Namaste, welcome to Group 1 Mains orientation classes telecasted by TSAT. In the main examination, we have 6 papers. Each paper carries 150 marks. In paper 5, you have science and technology and data interpretation problem solving. Okay. So, every paper of course have 3 sections. In this paper 5, you have 3 sections, that is section 1, section 2. They will ask the questions from the concept of science and technology, and section 3 meant for the problem solving and data interpretation. In the data interpretation, one of the concept is probability. So, now in this session, we are going to discuss about the probability. It is a common usage word. Probably, generally we are using the word probably. There are 2 kinds of probabilities, one is classical probability, another one is a theoretical probability. So, generally when you are going to take a conversation, we will use the word probable. Whether the rain will come or not, probably the rain will come. Are you pass in the examination or not? Probably I will pass in the examination. Like we use the word probability, correct? So, here different terminology which is concerned to the probability we are going to discuss, and we will discuss the questions which are already asked in the mains examination. Okay. In this section 3, we have 5 questions, each question carries 10 marks. So, sometimes they may ask directly one question, sometimes they may ask one question having 5 sub questions, and each question carry 2 marks, means 5 2s are 10. Now, we will discuss what is the probability here. The probability is nothing but for the position of an event occurring. For example, when a test is conducted, then the student can either get pass or fail. It is a state of probability. When a coin is tossed, getting head or getting tail is a probable chances. When a dice is thrown, to get the number 3 is a probable chance, correct? Like when you take a deck of cards, when you select one card randomly, the card may be ace, the card may be what you call it, a queen, the card may be red queen, the card may be club 10, like different possibilities. If a bag contains red balls, blue balls, green balls, when you select one ball randomly, that ball will be green ball. It is a possibility, or you call it as probability. So, these are the different random operations. So, when you select a random operation, that may be a favorable operation or unfavorable operation. So, what is the probability to get a favorable action, favorable operation? So, generally any action, any activity taken by is given all it as an event, and it is represented by the letter E. So, the probability of an event simply we call it as P of E. So, here P of E is, if you see that the probability of any event is always lies between 0 and 1. So, that is the reason we can write as 0 is less than or equal to P of E is less than or equal to 1. The maximum probability of an event is 1 and the minimum is 0, means there is no possibility that the probability of an event will be is more than 1 or less than 0. Means there is no negative values for probability of an event, or there is no value which is more than 1. You have to remember, this is a very important. For example, the probability of an event is 1.5. Is it possible or not? If I ask the question in the examination, what you have to do? The probability of an event maximum value is 1, but given that the probability of an event is 1.5. So, obviously, it is not possible, it is an impossible event, like you can say it. Is it clear? Like they may ask the question in the examination. Okay, now we will see that. What is the probability formula? If an event E occurs, then the empirical probability of an event to happen is probability number of trials in which event happened are total number of trials, and the theoretical probability of an event P of E is defined as probability is number of outcomes favorable by number of all possible outcomes. I will give in a very simple manner The probability of an event is equal to P of E equal to favorable outcomes by total outcomes. That is it, simply. You can remember it as photo, see that photo, F-O-T-O. So, that is probability of an event is favorable outcomes by total outcomes, like simply. Here are two kinds of events basically. One is called impossible event, as second one is sure event. So, what is impossible event? If the probability of that event is 0, then it is an impossible event, or the probability of an event is 1, then the probability is said to be a sure event. Is it clear? The probability of an occurrence of event is impossible to happen is 0, such event is called impossible event, and the probability of an event sure to occur is 1, such an event is known as sure event or certain event. So, you have to remember these two words, one is called impossible event and second one is called sure event. If the probability of an event is 0, then it is an impossible event. The probability of getting sure event is 1, then it is a sure event. I will give a small example. When a dice is rolled, the probability of getting 7 on the one of the face of the dice is possible or not? It is impossible, because the maximum a dice is a cube, it has 6 faces. So, each face has one number from 1 to 6. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are the possible outcomes. So, we are asking about getting 7, there is no 7, obviously it is an impossible event, am I correct or not? The probability of getting the number from 1 to 6 is sure event, maybe one of the number will come. So, here the probability of event is 1. Are you understand? So, like you can give more number of examples for the impossible event and the sure event. Now, we will see the actually we have using the coin, tossing a coin is one of the random experiment, rolling a die, picking a card, mostly these are the 3 things generally we are using in the probability. Now, we are seeing a 5 rupees coin here. So, a coin has 2 sides, one is head and second one is tail. So, here this is head, as you know that this one is head and this one is a tail, correct. Simply we will say as head and a tail. When a coin is tossed, you will get either head and tail. So, these are the actually is the total outcomes. So, what are the total outcomes for when a coin is tossed means head and tail, clear. So, now I will discuss what kind of questions they will ask based on this until where you are seeing this when you want to start a game. If you so there are 2 teams, one will be opponent and the other will be of course who will bat first, for example, if it is a cricket. Okay. So, generally we will say who will bat first means generally we will put a tossing a coin. So, obviously, so who wins that toss, that will decide whether they want to do first batting or first bowling. Okay. So, when the coin is tossed, then we have 2 possibilities, one is head and the second one is tail, clear. Okay. Now, we are seeing a deck of cards. So, when you consider deck of cards, there are 52 cards, okay. And in this 52 cards, so there are 2 colors, means 26 cards are black and 26 cards are red, okay. And there are 12 face cards, observe it, these are 12 face cards here, jockey, queen and king, okay. So, and we have 4 kinds of symbols, okay. One is club, okay, and a heart, diamond, these are the things here. You have observed. So, I will give the clarity to it. In a deck of 52 playing cards, you can divide it into 4 shoots. Each shoot has 13 cards. We have spades, there are 13 spades, 13 hearts, 13 diamonds and 13 clubs. So, 13 fours are 52, correct. Each one has ace, we will consider as 1 if you say it as ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jockey, queen and king. Totally 13 cards. So, each spade have 13 cards, hearts have 13 cards, diamonds have 13 cards, clubs have 13 cards. 13 4s are 52. The cards of spades and clubs generally they are in black. The cards of hearts and diamonds generally they are in red. Clear? The card in each suit are generally we have ace, king, queen and jack. Of course, sometimes jack also called as knaves also, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. So, king, queen and jack, these 3 are called face cards. So, in spades you have 3 face cards, in hearts there are 3 face cards, in diamonds we have 3 face cards, in club we have 3 face cards. Totally there are 12 face cards, and that in the deck of 52 playing cards, so we have 12 face cards. This is a very important information. Maybe all of you are well aware of all these things, but in point of examination we should be very careful about this information. There are 2 colors, 26 are in black and 26 are a red color. Generally the cards of spades and clubs are in black cards and hearts and diamonds are in red color. This is about information about playing cards. Clear? Okay. Now we are shifting to the next one. Dice. A dice is a cube. It has 6 faces. In each face, one dot will be, of course, dots will be there. In one face, we have 1 dot, other face 2 dots, third 3 dots, fourth face 4 dots, fifth face 5 dots, and sixth face 6 dots. Correct? So, this generally we are using some snake and ladder, we are using this dice. Correct? In Ludo game, we are using this dice, like in various games, we are using this dice. So, when the dice is rolled, so there are beautiful questions in this dice, we will discuss all these things. So, the total outcomes when the die is thrown or rolled means 6, you have to remember this number. When a coin is tossed, the total outcomes is 2. When they are playing a deck of cards, when one card is selected, the total number of outcomes is 52. When a dice is rolled, the number of total outcomes is 6. Okay. Now, so we will discuss about different questions based on these cards and all the things. Is it clear? So, very important thing is probability of an event. Probability of an event is number of favorable outcomes by number of total outcomes. This is the formula. This is the only one formula for this chapter. That is an advantage to you is by using this formula you can find the answer. And the very important thing is the maximum value for a probability of an event is 1 and the minimum is 0. Now, we will see the first question. One card is drawn from a deck of 52 cards. Well shuffled, calculate the probability that the card will be an ace. Correct? So, there are 4 aces. So, the favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes for the ace, the first question is 4. Correct? Spade, diamond, okay, club and heart. These are the 4 aces. 4 aces will be there, like one ace, maybe one another ace, correct? One more ace and diamond ace. Totally 4. What is the total outcomes? Total outcomes is there are 52 cards. What is the formula to get probability of getting ace? Number of favorable outcomes is 4, number of total outcomes is 52. 4 by 52. 4 ones are 4 13s are, means 1 by 13. So, for getting an ace, the probability is 1 by 13. Not to be an ace, then already I said, so here getting a card which is an ace, that is an event, then the complementary of this event will be not to be an ace. And if event is represented by E, its complementary represented is E bar, then P of E plus P of E bar is 1. This is a very important relation. So, when you get P of E is equal to 1 by 13, then P of E bar is equal to 1 minus 1 by 13. Of course, it is 12 by 13. So, which is not an ace, the probability is 12 by 13. You have to remember this is a most important concept. Clear? Okay. So, when one card is drawn from the 52 cards, when you select one card randomly, that will be ace, is the probability is 1 by 13. Okay. When you come into the which is not an ace, means here 1 minus 1 by 13, that is 12 by 13, that is the probability of not an ace, and you can represent as E bar. Okay. Now, shifting to the next. Complementary event, just now we discussed it. Getting a head is one event, then getting a tail is its a complementary event, correct? Because if you take it as P of H and P of T, their probability is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, which is 1. So, both are complementary events, correct? So, getting ace, getting not an ace, these are the complementary events. So, P of E is the probability of an event, then P of not E is the probability of an event is not happening, then P of E plus P of not E is equal to 1, or P of not E equal to 1 minus 3. So, the probability of an event P of E is, for example, 0.6, then what is P of E bar? They may ask it as, means you can say simply 1 minus 0.6, that is 0.4. Here I will ask a very interesting question which is asked in this. Okay, what is the probability of getting 54 Sundays in a leap year? 54 Sundays in a leap year, that is the question. What is the probability of getting 54 Sundays in a leap year? So, in a leap year, if you take it as a year, there is 52 weeks and 1 Sunday. 52 weeks and 1 Sunday, correct? 1 day, of course, it is not, maybe Sunday, may not be Sunday. Means 52 weeks, from 52 weeks we have 52 Sundays. This day may be one of the weekday, maybe Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There are 7 possibilities. Favorable outcome is 1, total outcome is 1 by 7. So, we can say getting 53 Sundays in a year is 1 by 7. When you consider a leap year has 366 days. A general year has 365 days. So, 52 weeks, 1 day. A leap year has 366 days, that is 52 weeks and 2 days. Of course, we will call it as odd days also these days. So, from 52 weeks we have 52 Sundays. This is a conditional probability. For example, what is a leap year? Generally, a leap year has 366 days and the extra day will be, you identify as the 29th February, because a February has 28 days, but in leap year we have 29 days. So, how you get, everyone knows it. Actually, a year is 365 and 1 by 4 day, not exactly 365 days, it is 365 and 1 by 4 days. So, this 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 accumulated after 4 years, it will be as 1, means 365 plus 1, 366 days. That is the reason. So, leap year has 366 days, okay, and that will be comes in the, we will make it as a 29th February. Okay. If 29th February of that leap year is also Sunday, this is a condition. Then already we have 52 Sundays from 52 weeks. The extra day of 29th February is also Sunday, means 52 plus 1, 53 Sundays. We have one more day, these 2 days already one Sunday, one more day. That one day may be one of the weekday, maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Means here that also may be a Sunday possibility. So, there means that is 1 means 54. The probability of getting 54 Sundays in a leap year is 1 by 7 when the 29th February is a Sunday. Otherwise, there is no probability or possibility of getting 54 Sundays, we have 53 Sundays. At the time, the probability getting 53 Sundays is 2 by 7, correct? Why it is 2 by 7? When you consider as Sunday, Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday and Saturday, Sunday. From Sunday, Monday we have Sunday, from Saturday, Sunday we have Sunday, means 2 favorable outcomes is 2, total is 7. So, probability is 2 by 7. Are you understand? This is the most important. Okay. Now, coming to the next question. Sangeet and Rashmi play a tennis match. The probability of Sangeet winning the match is 0.62. What is the probability of Rashmi will win the match? So, when there are 2 players playing a tennis game, one will win the game and another will lose the game, correct? One is the gainer, another one is the. So, we have one question, that is Sangeet and Rashmi play a tennis match. The probability of Sangeet winning the match is 0.62, and what is the probability that Rashmi will win the match? So, when 2 players playing the tennis match, definitely one will is the winner and other will be loser, correct? So, means these 2 are complementary to each other. If one event is E, then other event is E bar. So, the probability of Rashmi will win the match will be E bar. So, already you know that P of E plus P of E bar, which is 1. So, what is the given information? P of E is given as 0.62. So, you have to find P of E bar. So, means 0.62 plus P of E bar is equal to 1, or P of E bar is equal to 1 minus 0.62, of course 0.38. So, the probability that the Rashmi will win the match is 0.38, like you can say the answer, clear. So, the very important thing is, so your mindset should be transformed from objective type pattern to descriptive type pattern. Then the mains examination is a descriptive pattern. So, you have to write the sequential order of the steps and you have to give the appropriate reason. So, if it is an objective type, you can do the calculation in rough work, you can find the answer, just you have to give the answer only. But in descriptive manner, you have to write the solution. So, this is a very important note. So, there in objective you have to find the answer only, but here you have to write the answer and its solution. These two is very important things. Okay, now we are shifting to our next question. Now, before going to discuss about this, I am going to say the what is outcome. A possible result of a random experiment is called outcome. Already said, when the coin is tossed, the outcomes are head and tail. When the dice is thrown, then the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct. When one card is picked randomly from a deck of cards, then we have 52 possibilities. So, these are called outcomes. Now, sample space, the set of outcomes in a random experiment is called sample space. So, means for a coin is tail and head is a sample space. For a dice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a sample space, like the set of outcomes is called a sample space. Now, sample point, each element of sample space is called sample point. So, for tossing a coin, head and tail are the sample points, and for rolling a die are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are sample points, because these are the different elements in the sample space. So, when the rolling die, the outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct, and the sample space is set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, actually this is a very easy concept, but so for writing a mains examination with non-mathematics aspirants also will write the examination. For that I am giving a more clarity about the mathematical concepts. Okay, now coming to the conditional probability. This probability of the event E is called the conditional probability of E, given that F has already occurred and is denoted by P of E by F. This is one. P of E by F means the number of elementary events favorable to E and F by number of elementary events which are favorable to F. This is a very important. Probability of E by F is N of E intersection F by N of F. This is a conditional probability. Okay. So, generally when you want to prepare for this one, so this concept was not given for up to secondary level, this concept is given in the intermediate level. So, if you want to get more practice, you can practice intermediate questions, clear. This is a very important. Now, we will practice this question based on that. P of A is equal to 7 by 13 is given, P of B is given 9 by 13 and P of A intersection B is given 4 by 13. Evaluate P of A by B. So, what is P of A by B? Simply say P of A by B is equal to P of A intersection B by P of B. This is a formula. So, P of A intersection B, P of A intersection B is how much? 4 by 13 and P of B is how much? 9 by 13. So, its value is 4 by 13 of 13 by 9. 13 get cancelled, 4 by 9. So, P of A by B is how much? 4 by 9. If the question is asked as P of B by A, what is P of B by A? P of A intersection B by P of B. A intersection B is how much? 4 by 13 and P of A is how much? 7 by 13, correct, means 4 by 13 into 13 by 7, 13 get cancelled, 4 by 7. In this manner, you can calculate the value P of A equal to 7 by 13, P of B is 9 by 13, then P of A intersection B is 4 by 13, like you can calculate these things. Okay. Now, out of 300 students in a school, 95 play cricket only, 120 play football only, 80 play volleyball only and 5 play no game. If one student is chosen at random, find the probability of that, the first one. So, there are 300 students, this is a very important. So, means total outcomes is how much? 300, correct, and the students who play cricket is 95, N of C is how much? 95, and who play football, N of F is 120 and N of volleyball means here is 80, and neither means C dash intersection F dash intersection V dash is how much? Is 5. This is the data or information is given. Okay. He plays volleyball. How many of them plays volleyball? So, plays volleyball, the probability. So, when you select one person, that person who plays a volleyball, you have to select it. So, what is the favorable outcomes for this? Favorable outcomes is how many plays a volleyball? 80. What is the total outcomes? 300. So, what is probability of volleyball? Probability of getting that person, selecting that person is playing volleyball means here 80 by 300. 80 by 300 as you know that. So, then the 8 by 30 correct. Simply 2 4s are 2 15s. Answer is 4 by 15. So, the number of persons who plays a volleyball is 4 by 15. Now, next, he plays either cricket or volleyball, correct, plays either cricket, means what is favorable outcomes? Favorable outcomes is either cricket is 95 and volleyball is 80, means 175. So, favorable outcomes is 175. So, total outcomes is how much? 300. So, probability of cricket or volleyball is 175 by 300, correct. So, we can say 5 3s are 5 5s are 5 60s, means 35 by 60 or 5 7s are 5 12s are, and answer is 7 by 12, that is it. He plays neither football nor volleyball. So, neither football, so they should not play football or volleyball. Obviously, you can say neither football nor volleyball means here we can say how many 5 plays no game means 300 minus 5 295. Okay. So, neither play football means here what have to do? Simply you have who play football and volleyball and take subtract from 1, then obviously we will get the answer, correct. So, because complementary activity, correct, is 1. So, who plays football and volleyball? Football is how much? Is 120, volleyball is 80, means 120 plus 80 200, means here 200 by 300, of course is 2 by 3, or the who plays neither football nor volleyball means 1 minus 2 by 3, which is 1 by 3. Answer is 1 by 3. This is the way you can find the required answers for the given questions. The concept is very simple. The formula is only one formula. Probability of an event is favorable outcomes by total outcomes. So, we will discuss some more questions in the next session. Until, thank you.